process, then you might be able to get a default judgment then.
Is this the real Jaguar Wright in the background? We don't have no time to be playing games. I hope this is the real her in the background and
That
not
would have
like
been cool. That would have been cool. I have questions, but the yeah, you're right. I mean that you don't know with people these days. So
yeah. Stephanie, I'm gonna keep you up here because just in case like somebody try to do something. Let me
okay.
see. Um Hello?
Hello?
Is this the real Jaguar Wright?
You know my voice, boy.
Oh, this is well, what's up, Jackie?
Don't you call me that.
Okay, I'll call you Jaguar.
Thank you.
You welcome. You welcome. You came on respectful, so I'll call you Jaguar. What's going
Thank
on?
you. Oh, nothing much. We just listening to this bike. Get
To the
ready.
what?
To the bike. I think we're gonna take a ride tonight on some hogs.
Oh, okay. Y'all buying a bike or just renting it?
Actually, no, we're just gonna be riding with the club.
Oh, okay, okay,
Yeah,
cool.
my beloved has never really like rode in like what I call road rage. Like 15 bikes purring next to each other, going down I-20. She ain't never done that before, so I think we're gonna do that tonight.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Well, Jaguar, how have you been?
Oh, fucking awesome, man. I'm
That's good to
formidable.
hear. Good to hear. So, you've been in like quite a few controversies and stuff like that lately.
I have?
Yeah,
Really? How? Where? What happened?
you got you a new woman. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. That means a lot coming from you.
Thank you, thank you. So I honestly I don't care whether or not it's true love or not. However, I do want to say this: is this a thing about making Goomba jealous or anything like that?
I know. Why would I care about that?
Oh, so
I
you ain't
don't,
trying
I
to go
mean,
back with Goomba?
why would I? He's
So
a
if
thief, a
Goomba
liar.
said
He
like,
beats on children and dogs.
"Oh,
Take his psych
I'm
meds.
glad you brought it
He
up.
don't do
Let's
nothing.
get this. Let's do this. Did he
Okay.
delete the dog?
I'm not quite sure yet. I still haven't had a chance to make it down to Lubbock. But when
Because
I do,
because
I'll
Jaguar, I
find
gotta
out.
call you out because you were saying it was on a beautiful ranch,
That's
and
what I was
then
told by my husband.
Dropping down
okay,
into
because
you, dropping down. I can't do that, animal stuff. I gotta go. Nice to
oh,
meet you.
okay, um,
Yeah.
because you said it was on a beautiful ranch, and then you said he gave it to some Mexican guy, and I was like, wait,
His friend Anthony,
uh huh,
that killed Thomas as anyway, um, Anthony, he King was going to his friend's ranch, and then they said the man blew his brains out, and then the girlfriend ran off with the dog. I don't know. These people lie so much, but I'm gonna go down to Lubbock and find out.
yeah, and you know what the crazy part is? I'm not even a dog person, but I was all like, yo, when you were saying that he put his hands on you and stuff like that. I was kind of like, oh no. But then, like, if you would hurt an animal, that's usually how it starts. You hurt an animal and you will hurt a human being.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
true. Do
yeah.
you regret giving up? Do you regret, letting him handle where to put King and you rather you had did it?
Well, see, this is the thing. I bought King for him for his 36th birthday as his support animal. It was our dog, but it was his gift. I had no choice
Ooh.
to let him handle those things. If looking back now, I should have just kept the dog and took him to the ranch. Um, because the dog was on point, and it still breaks my heart because I mean, I got him fresh out the litter. His sisters are still in Atlanta with my brother Kilo, and we used to always get them together. And now, if I go to see him, Nandi and Shuri gonna be looking for their brother, and I ain't got him. So
Mm.
it's it's a shame that he would, but niggas gonna be niggas. So fuck it, he's a nigga. Yeah.
But I really, in all seriousness, this is me being Andre. I do hope that King is all right. I do hope that.
Oh,
No shit. Like, I hope he's okay.
if he isn't all right, I'm gonna find who made him not all right.
Right.
My
Please
dog.
do, and let us
That's
know. We
my
definitely
dog.
want to know about
Oh,
that.
listen to me. If I see King again, all I gotta do is whistle a tune. He'll come from 150 yards away. I
Mm.
train that dog. You know, if he hears me, he will come. If I don't find him, then I know what it is, and then I know what I got to do because that was my dog. That's my dog. And if I
Right.
get him, the first thing I'm gonna do is have him on camera sitting right beside me with the music blasting just like he like it.
Right. We want a video, not a picture, because a picture can be fake. We want a
Oh
video.
no. Listen to me, you already know. That's my dog. That's my dog.
Right.
We should have just took the Gerald down to the ranch.
Yeah, definitely take his ass down to the ranch. But anyway, Jaguar, I do want to ask you about something now. As far as like what's going on with you in the whole court, are you free to go wherever you want to go, or are you still bound in
Well,
Dallas?
I am out on bond, but as per the instructions of our bond agent, I'm allowed to travel anywhere I might need to go or want to go as long as I have the person who bonded me with me and the person who bonded me is with me. So yeah,
Okay, so you free to go anywhere you want to. Now,
I'm in
as
the
far
street.
okay, now so basically, you just have to make sure you go back to the next court date, and you good.
Absolutely. Which I will have no problem with doing. Like, I
Okay.
don't understand why people think that I'm like, people are upset that I'm not scared or anything like that. I don't know. I think it puts people off that I seem to be so cavalier in my attitude regarding this case. But, I work on a different kind of time. I prayed about it, I put it in God's hands. I believe the result is going to be what God says it is. Um, Nobody beats the Riz. I was offered a deal. It wasn't a bad deal, but I told them I got a better one from God. And then they asked me if I was a religious nut, and I said, no, I'm not, but I am crazy about Jesus. Thanks for the offer, but I'm betting on all charges dismissed. Fuck off.
Now, is there a possibility that the charges will be dismissed, or are you not allowed to say?
I'm gonna put it to you this way. My next hearing will be us addressing the findings of my competency evaluation.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, AT2. Thank me later. I already did that evaluation.
And you say you passed, right?
As far as I'm concerned, I passed. We had a lovely chat. Great doctor. New doctor.
Mm-hmm.
So not the last doctor, because the last doctor, the reason why he failed me was because he said I was spouting delusions of grandeur and I wasn't Jaguar Wright.
Mm.
That's why I was found incompetent, because not that I got anything wrong, but he didn't believe I was who I said I was. So once my lawyer put together a dossier of, compiled, I don't know how many videos over the course of 30 years, I guess they kind of felt fucking stupid that I was declared incompetent because I told the truth about myself.
So they didn't believe like you were Jaguar, right? Like, who did they not know your name was Jaguar? Is that what it was?
I have no idea, but they know me now. They know me good.
Yo, it's funny because like speaking of who you are, I did say, and everybody can vouch for me in the chat, I did say like y'all can't be calling the police station and stuff like that, because just imagine like when real shit go down and people calling the police and stuff like that. Like, don't be doing that, calling the jail. Like, how was that? Like, did you get sick and tired of that, or you didn't mind?
I was on lockdown most of the time. The people that was sick and tired of it was the people at the jail. Like they would come to my cell all the time. They was like, "Yo, these niggas is calling all the time. It's crazy." Like even LT Evans was like, "I don't know if she was one of your fans or not, but I hung up on her ass. I wasn't listening to that shit." Like they
Now,
got on the nerves of the people of the jail. I'm surprised they ain't trying to find a way to lock all they dumbasses up for getting on their nerves every day. I mean, but I'm grateful to the people that were calling on my behalf. But the truth is 2/3 of the people that were calling for my demise. You
right,
know,
right, right.
um,
I know for me, I only called once, and that was like when there was a lot of confusion, and they were able to confirm like this, that, and that, and this, and that was it. And then I was like, y'all, don't call no more because I realized, like I was saying, like, yo,
Kitty,
there are
the
probably
fact
people
that
really looking for their family and shit like that, and y'all calling trying to,
like they're
basically just get
wasting
info
people's
about you.
time. They're wasting people's time that are calling there
Hmm.
for legitimate reasons. Also, y'all can take the call and use it as content. Um, I
Hmm.
tell you what, y'all better chill out because those people at them jails and stuff, they was really upset. Like even the fake Cleo, the Madam Cleo, the call me now for your psychic reading. What's her name? The trees, bitch. Now
Oh, Lord.
she actually called my lawyer. She called Catherine Gould and taped
Wait,
it.
she called the lawyer?
She called my lawyer and taped it and put it up for content. Now, what she doesn't understand is the next time that I meet with Catherine Gould, I'm going to show her the video of her. And see, understand this Texas is a one party recording state, but Pennsylvania is not.
Right.
Pennsylvania is not. So the second that she decided to get on the phone and record my lawyer without telling my lawyer that she was recording her and then took it and used it as content and published her voice and her name while she was at work online. I don't think Trees knows, but that's like a crime.
I would
Catherine,
think so as well too.
Catherine Gould is going to eat that ass up. But that's what
Yeah.
happens when you play these games. Like even Catherine in the recording was like, I'm not talking to you about my client. And if you think my client is threatening you, then you need to call the police. Like she told her twice she had to call the police. And she says, "You don't want to hear what I have." She said, "No, that is my client. Please get off the phone." Click, like she banged on her.
Yo, I really didn't know anything about this because, like I said, sometimes, Jag, let's be honest, and you even said this too. Like, they'll go on like 10, 12 hour, 24-hour lives. I ain't got time to watch all that shit.
I
I'm,
listen to me. I'm in a new relationship. You know what I'm saying? I ain't wasting that kind of time on those kind of things. I got other things to be getting into. Like I don't get it. But if you looking for them 3,000 watch hours, I guess you'll do whatever it takes to get them.
yeah, I'm not doing that. Like, we get a good hour in and then we move on to the next. Like, we ain't going to stay
Right.
on just one thing. Like, that's the way it's supposed to be, right?
Now my guys are gonna be mad at me for stopping over here to see it.
You know
They
what? I
said,
don't mind if they mad or not. You free to go wherever you want to.
but I stopped by here
Hmm.
because I'm in a weird way, I hate the falling out. I do. I don't like to fall out. I don't get no fuck when I fall out, but I don't like to fall out. And
Right.
I just wanted you to know that I do stop in from time to time in the bushes and I watch your work still. And I wish you all the best, kid. Numbers looking good, membership is looking good, and as content creators, I think we need to get into the habit of giving each other our flowers when we're making, certain strides. And,
Right.
I even go over to the sex workers page from time to time in the bushes and, and, and even though I don't fucks with her on any level at all and never will again, I invested a lot of time watching that young woman grow what she grew, and we did some extraordinary things together. So, I just wanted to say no hard feelings.
Right. Right.
Good.
And you know,
Shit's looking good.
for me and you, I really feel like, you know, I was upset. And yes, I do believe that I should have had a conversation with you. It was just that when you had asked publicly, like, what's the problem with AT2? I was
I
all like,
wasn't
oh,
trying to start no shit. I just, I run how I run. I'm direct
yeah.
and I'm
And I know you
forward.
like to talk.
But I really wasn't trying to get in the middle of your beef. I was really just trying to get to the heart of, is there any
Mhm.
way to get past this? But you guys love hating each other. So I'm going to just mind my fucking business
Yeah.
because everyone's
Yeah.
grown.
And you know what, with the OKP, there's really no issue. That's more like his association with the other guy, and so he felt like he had to take his
I know,
side.
but
Like there's
the
really no
other
beef.
guy is, the other guy is my guy, you know? And
Um,
that's why I say I'm gonna mind my fucking business. I'm sorry if I embarrassed you. I was just being straightforward. I was trying to get to the heart of it. Sometimes I
mhm.
try to do the good thing. Look, I tried to do the good thing with the Shalana Hunter and the night and day, and it come back to bite me in the ass. I try.
Ooh,
I try.
right. So you and Shalana don't talk anymore. By the way, that's Tokyo Tony. You guys, for you didn't know.
Who? Burnt gap for the illiterate, huh? What you say?
Okay, so you and TT, aka Burnt Gap, y'all don't talk to like y'all don't feel like y'all should do like a women's
She said
empowerment
she
thing.
she she wasn't my friend. She said she didn't know me. If that's how she really feels, I'm not gonna make a liar out of her. We gonna make it true. I don't know that bitch.
But you know, y'all both a trip. So
That's
like I
fine.
said, I think
And
y'all
guess
could have
what? Guess
took
what?
over the
I'm the
internet
trip.
if y'all was
I'm,
just
I'm the
structured.
I'm the trip that didn't rob my friend. Fucking thief. Who the fuck needs friends with friends like that? Who needs enemies? Shit. I'm good.
So you are claiming that she actually did steal the donations.
Claiming shit. Asked all the people who asked for their cash apps back when they found out she had no intention of bonding me out of jail after she sat there crying and fucking crocodile tears and shit. She cried the same tears for China. Keep the fucking shits. They not real. They not real. I'm sorry.
So do you think so here's my thing. I
Fuck
felt like
you.
you and Tokyo Tony could have teamed up and then
I
y'all
feel
could
like
have
Tokyo
went
Tony
on
teamed
Zeus.
up with
You could have
somebody.
had a show on
I
Zeus,
feel like,
Jag.
listen to me. I had a hot idea for the summer. We would have made so much fucking money. I guess she got a better offer somewhere. Good luck with the baddies. And my niece is a fucking crack baby, so don't expect real cooperation. You could be friends with my sister. You could be friends with Suck Dick from the crackhead man, Nicole. You could be friends with everybody that fucking hates me. And guess what? I don't give no fuck. I don't give no fuck. All of these losers, they about to get handled up. I ain't worried about it. I ain't worried about it. So to answer your question, I don't know that bitch. She right. We don't know each other. We wasn't ever friends.
So I know you and your sister, but at least with
All
your
right.
nieces, do you feel like
I ain't talking about that bitch. That bitch has been lying to my mother for weeks. She hasn't even told my mother that I'm out of jail. My mom actually still thinks I'm in fucking jail. Fuck that bitch.
oh,
Fuck
have you
that bitch.
talked to your mom yet?
Oh, nope. And my mom don't know that I'm out.
Mm.
My mom don't even know that I'm out. That's why my thing ain't nobody got me my shit. Because if my sister went to my mom to get my things to mail to me, she would have to explain to my mother that I was out of jail.
Mm.
My mother would never give my sister my things. She would never do that. That's why I ain't got them yet. Because in order for them to send them to me, my mother would have to know that I'm out of jail. My mom still thinks I'm locked up. That's all right.
Yeah. What's up, Patrice? Patrice is here.
Hey, what's up, sis? I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm trying to squash it with the babies. I don't, you know what I mean? I can't have smoke with everybody.
Right. That is true because let me tell you, my ass has been lit up a few times and you know your ass has been lit up a few times. It's hard fighting with everybody. Like you can't fight.
That shit is exhausting. So, I try to make my peace where I can. And, I'm doing the right thing. I'm trying to do the right
Right.
thing.
Yeah. So now people think like the reason why they're trying to hide your mom is because, and I even said it, like basically they want your mom to be left alone and be at peace.
Yeah, with them fucking crackheads, how the fuck does that happen? I don't understand. Like, if people, I got one story to tell you. It was years ago, back in 2008, when
Hmm.
my father first took ill, and we were all back at the family house, and we weren't going to let strangers handle daddy. We took care of him all the way to the end. And so I had reservations at Blue Zet with all of the other women, the reputable women that I'm related to in Philadelphia. And I was taking my mom out because she was so depressed about my dad going into a coma. And, it was just a lot. But my mom was like, I don't feel like getting dressed. I don't want to go out. Can't you just cook something here? I want oxtails. I want this. I want that. I
Ooh,
went to the
oxtail sound
supermarket.
good.
Oh yeah, they would have been good if I had gotten a chance to cook them. I'll tell you what happened. So I go to the grocery store, I buy $600 worth of groceries. I come back. My sister LaShell and my younger cousin Danica Roach were busy getting high all day. They was drunk. They was acting a fool. I'm sitting there in the kitchen cooking for 10 people. Last minute when I was expecting to not have to cook and go to the restaurant, and
Hmm.
all of that. But I'm sitting there slaving like a fucking dog while all these niggas is running around getting high, acting a fool. Next thing you know, I'm in the middle of breaking down heavy beef bones for marrow broth. And I had a
Mm.
very sharp knife in my hand. My sister LaShell, high on crack and tweaking off pills, drunk on fucking rum, getting drunk with Danica in the garage, comes into the kitchen, starts screaming at me, grabs my hand. Now I was switching the knife from my right hand to my left hand because I was going to use my left hand and the strip for my elbow to really cut through the bone. But instead, as I was putting it into my left hand, my sister LaShelle grabbed me by the arm and the knife went clean through three of my fingers and it severed two of my tendons.
Ooh.
In that moment, I looked at my hand. I saw the blood gushing out. I got a rag. I took it. I tied it. I drove myself to the hospital. LaShelle came with me, but she was hysterical, hollering, "It's getting so much blood." And I'm like, "Bitch, you're not the one that's cut. Please shut the fuck up. Shut your high ass up before I fuck you up with my good hand." I drove myself to the hospital. She came in high, tripping, screaming. And then I was like, I cut my hand, and then they went and they looked at it. They did the X-ray. They saw that the tendons were had fallen into my palm, so they were
Ooh.
completely severed. So I had to get emergency surgery to put it together, and then I had to have real, surgery with an amazing. His name is Ray, amazing hand surgeon in Marlton. And 85 stitches later, you can look at my hand now and you barely see anything. It's a gorgeous job. I
Wow, they
did
did a
lose.
good job.
Well, I mean, they saved the finger, but I can't bend it all of the way. Like I have to tuck it in order to make a fist. I lost some of that. But what I also lost that summer was is I was scheduled to be in the Tyler Perry play, and because of my injury, I was forced to give up a job that would have brought me in about $85,000 to $90,000. So because my sister decided to get high and she was jealous that I was actually doing something for our mother when all she was doing was fucking just drinking and getting high and smoking, sneaking and smoking crack like I don't know what that fucking shit smells like, and doing all of that, and it cost me my entire summer pay.
Yeah, because Tyler Perry, that would have been a bag.
Yeah, it was a bag until I'm walking around maimed and shit with a hand cast, going to fucking physical therapy, all because
Mhm.
of LaShelle and her fucking shit. So that's the way these niggas act. People wonder why they don't like me and why I don't like them because they're pieces of shit. Like there are family members that I fuck with, that I live with, that I love, that you see me take pictures with them. You see me
Mhm.
celebrate the relationships in my life. Go back and look through my social media. You never see me with any of these motherfuckers. Ever. Most
You
people
know
didn't
what?
even know I fucking had a sister.
I always said, because we'll get back to you, but I always said, like, there's obviously some kind of disconnect. There's always your side, their side, and then the truth. However, there is some kind of disconnect there because why was Mama Wright with you and not with them? Like, if they were better,
My mother
wouldn't she
don't
have
want to be
been?
with those crazy motherfuckers. Them bitches is a goddamn disaster. Have you seen how my nieces behave on the Bad Girls Club? Throwing up,
But Jack,
refusing to
isn't
clean up
that
their own
TV
vomit.
though? They supposed to act
Oh,
a fool. It was the
that
Bad
shit
Girls
real life.
Club.
My sister was one of the dirtiest bitches I ever met in my life. I used to hate it when she would move out of the house and I got to take her room because she was, the older, she got the bigger room.
Right, she got the
I would
bigger
have to
room. Right.
literally go in and fumigate the whole fucking room. There was cat vomit dried against the wall, tampons melded into the carpet. Like, you remember that shit that Sean showed of a Shalana's place? That looked nice compared to the way my sister leaves her place. It's one of the most triflingest bitches I ever met in my fucking life. I
No,
hated
I
having
didn't
to
see
clean
it,
up
but I
after
took a
her.
bad shit.
Like, I fucking hated having to clean up after her, but my sister trifling, and unfortunately she raised the daughters to be equally as trifling.
Yeah.
So it's like, you hate me because I don't want to fuck with you because you a piece of fucking shit. But why are you mad at me? Maybe if you weren't a piece of shit, I would fuck with you. But you're a piece of fucking shit. I don't care if we're related or not. I don't hang around with pieces of shit. But don't nobody want to talk about that, or don't nobody want to talk about the fact that my sister has a very nasty temper, goes manic, likes to scream and holler. I mean, for crying out loud, baby.
Now,
Father's
do y'all
Day.
not like each other because y'all might be the same? You know how they say, like, you
No,
might
we
be
not
like
the
the
same.
same.
I ain't never
No.
like that dirty bitch. We are not the fucking same.
Minus
Never
the
have been,
crack
never
or the
will be.
coke or whatever.
Listen
Y'all
to me.
don't have the same personality.
Understand this. I never smoked crack a day in my life. Why would I? I watched my sister smoke the shit. Why the fuck would I want to do that? Now.
But you did the fentanyl weed.
It's not the same. No, I ain't. No, listen. I hit that fucking blunt one time, and that shit had us all going crazy. I never touched that shit the fuck again. My motherfucking husband. Anyway.
No, you don't think you owe Bobby an apology?
Fuck Bobby. Fuck Bobby.
Yeah, you owe Bobby. The stuff you said about that man business and the fentanyl weed, you don't owe him an apology?
Nope, I do not. Me and him was even the second he let that young boy fucking body slam me. We was even the second he let that body slam me when I wasn't fucking looking. And that shit ain't over either. I just got an open case and I'm on bond.
Oh, so that's not over. Like, you still gonna pursue that?
Absolutely.
Oh.
I'll just be doing it I'll be doing it in a different way. That's all right.
Yeah, not in that other way. I'm glad you handled it legally. Okay.
Be nervous, Bobby, because people was watching you even while I was away. Bobby don't know what I got. But he gonna find out. Anyway, yeah, fuck Bobby. So what was I saying?
Oh, what about Officer Ramirez?
Because of the nature of my case and my charges and my bond, I regretfully must plead the fifth.
Okay, we got it. Because some people ask, like, well, whatever happened with that? Okay, we got it.
I must plead the fifth.
Okay, I respect that. So you and Tasha K are supposed to be doing like an interview. Is it an interview or y'all meeting up to fight?
It could be both.
Because I feel like y'all done pushed the limit and y'all done went to places where I don't think y'all could be amicable and actually have a conversation, right?
I got something in my pocket. I've been holding on to it for 3 years. I can't wait to show her in person.
Now, I did hear you say, like, if she does end up trying to pull some BS, you are going to drop this.
Bitch! Can't wait. I'm going to put it on the doorstep like a dead mouse. Woo, I'm going to give it to that bitch. Look, she thinks she blindsided Cardi B this week, bitch. No, you know that. That drop bones like me. No, you know that. I'm going to Florida. Ain't that's the hit record for the Florida, ain't it, baby? No, you know that. She don't know shit.
Now, Jag, I always say, I believe like you extend these people's storylines. For example, we hadn't been thinking about Legina or Genesis, but because you mentioned them, they become back in the story. Now, why would you do that?
For my
You
own
gave them life.
for my own personal enjoyment. Listen to me. I saw the whole room. I stopped by somebody's room and it was a bunch of fucking Jaguar Wright reject. We want to be losers and shit all on the same panel, licking each other's wounds. Then they started turning on each other. Fuck you, because I said this about Jack. Like that shit is funny. I don't care what nobody says. That shit is.
Yeah.
I need night and day to start going through some of these rooms because they missing out on some good cartoon content. I'm telling you, it's fucking crazy.
It really is crazy. Like some of this shit I don't know. Like the whole, let me be honest, the whole whether or not they remove their name from the bond, whether they did or not, I feel like it's irrelevant because now you're out. So who cares?
Yeah,
But they
it's a whole
say,
nother bond.
right. And they say, like, oh, we want Jag to leave us alone. Well, if you guys aren't content creators or YouTubers, why do you care what Jag say online? I would just move on from it, you know?
Well, how is that possible when they all got their own channels and be calling bloggers and DMing bloggers all day and all fucking night? You know,
Right.
tell me.
Because I had to check Genesis because she had a blogger come after me because I refused to team up with her.
Wait a second. You talking about Tales from the Cunt?
If you want to call her that, you know, it is what it is.
That's what I call it. Tales from the Cunt. It's so fitting. You haven't seen? They've fallen out. She did a whole video. She did a whole bit. Listen to me.
I love it. Don't get me wrong. I love it. Shit, I agree with you on that. I love it. I love that they had a falling out.
Wait a minute, though. I got something special for her, too. She has no idea. It's going to be like,
shit, what secrets you got? I'm worried now.
I got some juice. When I let that shit go, two bitches gonna pass out at the same time.
This fool is crazy. I swear.
Hey, baby. Everything is content. Everything.
Right. Now, has there been anything that anybody has talked about where you've been like, oh no, like that's taking it too far? Because like I told you before, I was all like, Jag honestly love this shit. No matter how bad it gets, Jag love this shit, right?
I treat this shit like fucking. You know me. You know me. Popcorn and wine scenes. I'm fucking loving this shit. You fucking right, I am. You know, people keep forgetting what you see is entertainment. I see is data. I study data. But you know, tomato. Now, what I will say is what I haven't liked, which for me is too far, is the attack on my beloved's health and her person overall. I don't appreciate it. When people used to make fun of my husband,
I don't like the personal attacks calling her ugly or like I don't like that. What I questioned was about the whole cancer, because if it's not cancer, do not call it cancer.
She didn't have cancer. She has Graves' disease.
Okay.
Which is lethal.
And yeah, Wendy Williams has Graves' disease too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And guess what?
Thank you. Yeah, because I was like, cancer is cancer. That's two different things.
But they use radiation treatments just like they do with cancer patients. They use a lot of, similar methodology because what has to happen to the body in order to save this person's life. And my whole thing is if you're going to make fun of someone, make sure you know why you're doing it. Because making fun of her for the effects of something that happened for a fight that most of these people that are running their mouth couldn't even fucking They couldn't even fucking take a day of it, let alone the months and the years that it took her to recover. She had to learn how to walk again. She had to learn how to talk again. And now they're all sitting around making fun of that. And my thing is,
Yeah.
you can do that if you want to.
Oh, I'm sorry, Nelly. She said her mom had it.
Yeah. So I just jump in the chats and like, if you really want to talk about it, why don't you research Graves' disease? And she made it, and she made it here, and she got strong. And then one day she did a crazy thing, and she put her name on the bond for a woman who she never met, and then she came
Yeah.
to my heart.
So
So
did you send that lady's wife?
No, they're not married.
Okay, that lady's woman then. Did you do that?
I mean, I
Because you
don't
know you
know.
be doing shit. You just be doing shit to do shit. Come on now.
I know. I'm telling you, this was not planned. It caught us both by surprise, but a pleasant surprise it is. And we're friends, and we become lovers, and we become each other's supporters. And I mean, for crying out loud, this woman, she took a risk and did something for me that my own husband didn't do, that he should have done. It was his job to do. And at this point in time in my life, anybody that's willing to show me that kind of love, there's no way in the world I'm going to turn that down. I'm just not going to turn that down. And I'm a bisexual woman. I think the only thing that's bothering people is the fact that they've never seen me publicly with a woman before, but I've been with women on and off for years throughout my life. I was in the closet, and I happened to come out right before I got married, and then people saw me with a man, so I guess they thought that meant I was straight, but I still identify.
Yeah. They thought you was a fake lesbian.
Yeah, and I don't understand why, when I'm now in a lesbian relationship with someone who I care for so much, now all of a sudden I was a fake heterosexual, and I'm a fake this, I'm a fake that. My girlfriend has a fake dick. We're just fake. Great. Like whatever. Like I don't give no fuck. Like I really don't.
Yeah, but that wasn't the problem that I had. Like, because you've been open about being bisexual, you was a domination, you was this and that. What I questioned you on earlier today was because when you guys had the interview with SDW, I won't call him the nickname SDW. When you guys had the interview with him, you were all like, oh, this is my, like, this is the first time me being, in like this kind of relationship. And I remember, Jag, you said there was a lady that you was with and she was in the industry and y'all couldn't be out together and she ended up passing away. So this wasn't like the first time you been in like.
Yeah, but that was a secret. Nobody knew about it. We were pretending to just be best friends.
Okay, that's what it was. You guys were it was secret. It wasn't out. Okay.
Yeah. This is the first time I'm out. I'm out and proud. I'm 46 years old, and I reached out and I grabbed my girlfriend's hand and I held her hand while we were taking a walk the other day. And it felt so great, and then I looked and I saw the look on her eyes, because I was sitting there holding my hand out. She wasn't even paying attention. And the second that she saw my hand was out, she grabbed my hand and we just walked holding each other's hands and
reach out and touch somebody. I was like, oh, this is romantic. Let me start singing.
I mean, no.
Happy Pride Month, by the way.
Happy Pride,
I love it.
It's just, we do all the same stuff that I would do if I was with a guy. It's just two women. And I think that people are getting caught up in the fact that, they see two women, but what we are two individuals.
Mm-hmm.
No different than any straight relationship. I hope that the relationship that's forming between us can become kind of like a standard of what it is to just look at people for who they are individually, rather than trying to judge the sum or the validity of the relationship based on gender. Like, we got to get past that, yo. You
Right,
gotta.
right, right. Here's my thing about it. I don't think that necessarily it might be because it's two women. I think more or less people are thinking like, oh, this is another person that Jag is trying to use.
Yeah, I have no reason to use her. She came to save me.
Hmm.
Why would I need to use her? She came to save me, and I hope she is
Right.
using me. I really do. I hope she's using me for everything that I'm offering, for love, for support, for belief, for faith, for joy, for happiness, for stupid joke. Like I hope she's here to use me for all of that because she definitely wasn't getting it where she was. Maybe that's why she ain't go back.
Mm. No, I
My
did hear that
very worried.
the woman she was with did cheat on her,
He
right?
did a bunch of stuff to her.
Mm.
And my job is to do the exact opposite. That's my job. And to show her the value of the life that she fought so hard to save. Like she should be able to at least savor it and enjoy it. Like it shouldn't be all my life I had to fight, like she dark skinned, but she ain't Oprah Winfrey. You know what I mean? Like it shouldn't be fight after fight after fight. There should be some joy. There should
Right.
be some enjoyment. And we have so much fun together. And I think what I'm really loving about building this relationship with my baby, my teach, is that we're friends too.
Mm.
Like we were fast friends. We weren't even flirting with each other. None of that crazy stuff was going
Right.
on.
Y'all had
Something
like a
happened.
platonic kind of friendship
Absolutely.
at first. Okay.
Absolutely. And then I don't know, something happened. She showed up and
Yeah, because I was figuring basically, y'all was already trying to be in a relationship and stuff like that, and that's how it happened. But it gradually happened.
no, it wasn't even gradual. I'm telling you, it was more like a side swipe. Like it was, we were friends and we were cool. And then the next thing you know, we was kissing.
Mm.
Like it totally was not planned.
Right. Hold on, real quick. I had seen you guys asked about King and stuff like that. Shout out to Miss Frazier. We talked about that earlier. Just rewind it back about 30 minutes, and you guys will catch that. I did ask her about that. What another thing that people were asking about was, did you file the missing report for your mom?
I got a better idea. TJ asked me not to because my sister had called her and told her that she wanted to work things out from behind the scenes and she
Mm.
wanted to have a talk with me and she wanted to send me my things. And so I told TJ, I know this bitch. I know what she gonna do. But for you, because you put so much effort into this, I'll talk to the hoe and I'll be nice. Babe, babe, can you please come here? Like, don't you right here. Will you please tell them what happened?
I don't bite, TJ. Come on, TJ.
What happened when? When Shelly, when you set up the call that was supposed to be between me and the crack bitch, and then what happened?
How are y'all supposed to make peace if you calling her a crack bitch,
But
Jag?
she
Come on.
is.
Well, I'll say this. When I first reached out to her sister, we spoke for 3
Hmm.
hours. And I assured that it will be a safe place for everybody, you know. So she told me that we can call, well, that she will call with her mom on the phone and they could talk for her birthday and all of that. So we waited and then we decided to call
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
on the birthday. And Shelly was just like, we're not around. We already went out to have breakfast and all of that. So I just asked her, why didn't you call at least for Jack to have 5 minutes to sing happy birthday with the family to celebrate? If you felt like it was going to be chaotic, that was the perfect time to say, oh, say happy birthday with us. We're eating and we'll call back. And you could have just missed the call.
Right.
So initially it was calm, and then she started yelling at Jag, and then of course Jag started yelling back.
How long did that fucking psychopath yell at me before I got upset? I gave it my all,
You did.
Teach.
It was a good minute. You got out the car she still was yelling, and you came back.
And that little fucking crack baby started talking shit, and I ran back. Who the fuck is you talking to? Fucking bitches have lost your motherfucking mind.
Oh, so you wasn't even on the rah-rah. It was her that was on it.
Instantaneously.
Mm.
Like, people don't understand how these niggas be acting behind the scenes. They wild, yo. They be on some other shit. But of course, she wasn't going to let me talk to my mother on my mother's birthday, because if my mother had to talk to me, then she would have known I was out of jail. And the first thing she would have said is, Jackie, where you coming to pick me up?
Mm-hmm.
My mom don't know I'm out of jail. So that's okay. I'm gonna
You
go
know,
find.
I honestly think, and I'm just going to be real with you, I do think Miss Francis need a break from everybody, but I do think you have the right to at least speak to your mom.
I mean, you can think what you want to think. The truth is there's no place my mother would rather be than with me, and I know that for a fact.
Do you feel like you need to apologize to Mama Wright, though?
Apologize to my mother for what? For telling the truth?
No. I mean, for everything, for the
everything like
apartment and everything. Because honestly, I blame you and Goomba for that.
We had a family plan. We had a family plan that I did not publicize to everybody in the world. It is my husband who went out of the way to create all kinds of nasty little stories to try to pin it on me. The truth is, we were letting that lease go, and we were refusing to do it to get rid of him. Everybody was supposed to know that. My name was never on that lease. I keep loving how people keep saying I got evicted.
Your name wasn't on it. It was him and your mom.
That's it.
But I felt for him being the man, he definitely should have stepped up. And then because it's your mom, I have to blame you, Jag.
Why would he have stepped up when he never paid the rent to begin with?
Right.
We were trying to separate from him. My mother didn't care about it going on her credit report because her credit report is fucked up because she's a shopaholic. So it wasn't hurting her credit any. And she was moving into the house with me, where my husband's name wasn't going to be attached.
But you don't feel like But even though we know that Goomba ain't shit, we know that automatically. You don't feel like you should have stepped up and been the responsible one in the relationship? Because you know you control all your relationships, Jag.
I was the responsible one in the relationship until I got fucking put in a hospital and realized that this pussy was working behind the scenes to help these motherfuckers do that shit. I made a choice. The choice was separate everything. Let this motherfucker shit go. Do not pay not another dollar of this rent. If he wants that shit right, he'll pay it. But the truth is, if we had left without him, he would have been forced to break the lease because he don't even get enough money to pay the fucking rent. See, I know how to get rid of niggas. And if you're bound on paper with a nigga in any fucking way, you got to do extreme shit to get them off. The best call was let them get evicted. Me and mom and my son go move into the dope crib and let this fucking nigga sit here and fucking do his fucking, because he likes to squat and shit. He would have stayed there until the fucking constable came and threw him out anyway. Only reason he wasn't there was because Legina was there and because I had limit with him fucking playing PlayStation all goddamn day.
But when Goomba left, you did want him back though, Jag.
No, I said he needed to come home. And the reason why I said he needed to come home was because I was trying to figure out a way to work things out so he wouldn't catch it so hard, because Arizona is going to arrest him for blowing up my car.
Right. And I'm glad you did say he must have blew up the car. You said his hand was cut and you had to wrap up his hand.
He must have blown up the car. I seen footage of him at the gas station. At the fucking gas pump, filling up the fucking water jug with gas. 20 minutes before the car exploded, 40 minutes before we saw it burning on the news, and I didn't even know it was my car. This motherfucker actually stopped traffic on I-10 West. The car was burning on the fucking highway. They had to shut down traffic.
Jag, if you knew he wasn't shit, why'd you cover up for him so much?
Because he was my fucking husband. And that's what wives do. You buy a motherfucker some time. You buy him some grace so people can find a way to accept him once he gets his shit together. Unfortunately, this nigga never got his shit together. So what did he do? He went running back to the first fucking scallywag he could think of, then another scallywag, then another scallywag, until ain't nobody wagging shit no more. I don't even know how he's getting pussy these days. I have no idea. I gets plenty. But,
no, he's probably using his hand.
You know, at this point in time, I mean, who the fuck wants to be seen with the biggest fucking joke on the internet? Nobody.
Mm-hmm.
Not even the other biggest joke on the internet want to be seen with the biggest joke on the internet. I can't. This is the most that I've talked about this in public, and this is going to be the last time that I do. What I will say is, I want my husband to get help for himself and for everyone that he's hurt, so he can make amends. This is going to be awful for him, and he's broken so much trust with so many people. All I can do is pray for him, and the other thing that I can do is love my girlfriend, love Teej, and let her love me back. And we're two individuals that were in a really just emotionally and physically abusive relationships with people that we were just trying to stand in the gap for until they could get, find their own way and get themselves together and be real partners. And we found each other, and we're able to be partners to one another. So I don't have anything to feel guilty about. I don't have anything to feel bad about. I'm with the person that came to save me, not the person who left me to choke.
So you don't want him back? There's no chance.
God no. God no. God no. After all of that nasty shit that he was fucking doing in them streets, he can't fuck with me. I don't do dirty dick. I don't do dirty bitches. I don't. It's not enough.
I don't want to see it too much. I'm back with good. I don't want to see that.
No, that's not gonna happen.
Okay, make sure y'all screenshot this and save this, because we're gonna replay it anytime she thinks she's gonna go back to him.
I'm gonna put it to you this way: I'm gonna end up in a dyke wedding before I'll end up back with him.
Do you think that maybe you shouldn't have got married to him after 21 days? That was pretty fucking fast.
I think everything that happens within the will of God. There was a lot of things that I learned about myself in that relationship that I will always be grateful for. But, when the lesson's over, the lesson's over, and the lesson is ended. Now it's time for him to get taught a few things.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just that,
Right.
But
I agree.
I just wanted to stop in and just, make amends, I'm gonna mind my business when it comes to you and the fellas. I wish everybody all the best. Congratulations on what you got going on over here. I told you, when I say something, I say something. Even in the fallout, if I said it, I meant it.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
I'm just not fake like that. So, there's a lot of content creators that are having a whole lot of fun with a whole lot of things. But honestly, the real reason I showed up was because I wanted to say thank you for giving TJ a fair shot.
Yeah, I have no beef with TJ. Like I said, I usually don't go in on people personal stuff. Anything that you say on YouTube is fair game, but I don't go in on people for like this and that. Like, that's not me.
Well, of all the people that have had a lot of negative things to say about my TJ, you haven't been one of them, and I had to acknowledge that.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And Jag, I know you said you're going on a bike ride in a little bit, so thank you for coming up here. I do.
Going off in the background. We got to get out of here. We ain't got no car no more. We got to take whatever ride we can get.
Lord, y'all need to work out the car, the home situation. Y'all got a lot to figure out, but I wish y'all the best.
Thank you. It keeps us sharp. It keeps us sharp.
All right, Jack. Thank you for
All
coming.
right.
All right, peace out. Jaguar Wright, y'all. I do appreciate that she came up here and apologized. Now I know some of y'all was all like, "AT2, how dare you let this lady on here?" Trust me, I'm willing. Like I said, I'm willing to have a conversation with anybody. And she got up here and actually apologized to me, so I have to commend her for that. And when I called her Jackie, and she was like, "Call me, don't call me by that name," so I had to respect it. So I didn't hear an apology. No, she apologized, right? Wait, did I get played? Oh, wait, she didn't apologize to me? Oh, no, she did. She did. Damn. And again, you guys, obviously there will be a part 2. We'll schedule it sometime. She said a lot. Jaguar be talking, so maybe I was like, "Oh yeah, she apologized," and she didn't really apologize. Okay, next time Jaguar pop up here, we'll have you. You think it was a fake apology? Like she planned it? Like she was like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get on here and pretend like I'm gonna apologize," and then totally pull the wool over his eyes. Okay, she did apologize. Okay, thank you. Okay, y'all was all